This message is brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. Venture X offers the premium benefits you expect, like a $300 annual Capital One travel credit for less than you expect. Elevate your earn with unlimited double miles on every purchase, bringing you one step closer to your next dream destination. Plus, enjoy access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. The Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is Talkin Rock. Talkin Rock. Your backstage pass to some of your favorite rock artists. Here's your host, Meltdown.
Well, happy 2026. You might be thinking to yourself, Meltdown, it's not Friday. Why are you posting a podcast? Well, I don't know. I've decided to scrap that. I'm just going to throw a podcast up whenever I feel like it. I don't need to do it on Friday. I can do whatever I want to. This is mine. I can do whatever I want. And since I talked to Geoff Tate this week early, I didn't want to wait until Friday because for some reason, Geoff only does phones. I've never really seen him do a Zoom interview. I guess he has in the past, but not with me anyways. But anyways, they want to do it on the phone. I'm like, all right, cool. So we'll talk with Geoff here in just a second. And then Rock Brews is opening up in Royal Oak, Michigan. And I talked to the owners, Tony and Dan, some brothers. They own a bunch of places in Royal Oak as far as nightlife is concerned. We'll talk about, how this concept got rolling and got started with a trip that Dan took to Florida, FaceTiming Paul Stanley, where you can get hired to work at Rock Brews in Royal Oak. This is kind of a local thing if you're in the southeast Michigan area. But first, let's start out with Geoff Tate. He's going to be touring once again and apparently doing Operation Mindcrime in its entirety for the last time. He talks about that. He talks about Operation Mindcrime 3, working with John Moyer on that. He tells me where that stands right now. And a ton more as we start off the new year with Geoff Tate.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Celebrating a birthday coming up, I see. What do you got? Any big plans?
Yeah, I'm come 2 days. Yeah, my birthday. I love my birthday every year. This year I'm going to Rio de Janeiro for my birthday, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better than what I've ever done for my birthday. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, right now I'm looking out my window and it's like a gray, rainy day in Seattle. So I'm excited about going to Rio.
Yeah. Well, I can imagine. Trust me, the weather here in Detroit's not much better. It's sunny, but it's like 32 degrees. But anyways, well, happy early birthday to you there, Geoff. Operation Mindcrime, the final chapter. You're going to be here in Detroit coming up at St. Andrews Hall. I was thinking about this. When you put out Operation Mindcrime, did you ever think you were going to sing this entire record so many times in your career?
No, I never thought that. I feel very fortunate that I'm still able to do it.
Yeah,
because I love the album and I love the fact that people are interested in it and want to hear it, and excited to bring the show to Detroit.
Yeah, you've sung this thing many times. So is this going to be it as far as doing the album in its entirety? I mean, this says the final chapter.
Yeah, we have we're playing Operation Mindcrime 1 in its entirety, and then we're playing excerpts of Mindcrime 2. And we have a new album, Mindcrime 3, that's coming out in looks like summertime. And this will be it as far as I'm planning. One more go around with the album. We get so many requests of people want to hear this album live, and so we're doing that. There's been in the rest of the year. 26 is booked up, and 27 is halfway booked up. So it's looking good, and we're excited about bringing the show. We've got a great show, and I think people will love it when they see it.
Now, I've talked about this with you before. I saw the Empire tour where you guys did the entire Operation Mindcrime tour, and I'm just just guessing here, but when that record came out, when Operation Mindcrime came out, I mean, obviously it's a stellar record. Some people call it, one of the best conceptual albums of all time. But do you think that maybe it didn't get its due when it first came out, and then when Empire blew up, you guys decided to kind of revisit it and show it to the fans that were maybe new fans to Queensryche?
Yeah, that's exactly it. We'd always wanted to play it live, and so in its entirety, because that's how it was made and designed. So that was our opportunity when the Empire album hit. We were able to, for the first time, headline our own shows. So we chose to sort of showcase our concept album in the middle of all that, and it worked really well. It was a nice, I think, a nice presentation for it, and people really appreciated it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I want to say 91 or whatever year that you guys were touring on Empire, but I was completely blown away by that record, and it was so cool how you guys put that, and then you put out the DVD and stuff as well. And you just mentioned Operation Mindcrime 3. Now, John Moyer from Disturbed is working on that. How close are you guys to having it completed? You said maybe a summer release, but is it finished? You still have stuff to tie up on it?
Yeah, it's all recorded. We're just doing the mixing stage of it right now. So it's with John touring and me touring. It's a bit of a challenge to get us in one place so we can actually, confer and listen to the music and make mix notes. So we have to kind of line it up, or we have several days that we can devote to it. So that's coming up very soon. So we're hope to be finishing it up and releasing it this summer.
And this one, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves, this one's going to be from Dr. X's point of view. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the perspective of Dr. X, how the story happened, from his point of view, and which is kind of interesting, I think, because we've only heard it from Vicky's point of view, and he's been sort of this victim, throughout the whole story, and Dr. X's perspective is completely different because he's not the victim at all, So it's very aggressive, and I'm looking forward for people to hear it.
Now, is Operation Mindcrime something you had in your mind as a kid? Like, I mean, even up to Operation Mindcrime 3, or is this something you just started working on after Operation Mindcrime 2, or did you always have this kind of plan in your mind?
No, it's a kind of an ongoing story, I'm fascinated by social science, why human beings do what we do, and groups of people that seem to have patterns over time, following in the footsteps of their generation. That kind of stuff just is fascinating to me, and so that was the basis for the story, Operation Mindcrime, and so I just kind of explored that, human nature and what happens to a guy who gets convicted of murder and sent to an asylum, and then graduates to a prison, and then finally gets out after 20 years in prison. Does he still have the motivation for revenge against the people that put him there? And that's kind of the focus of Mindcrime too, was the revenge aspect of it.
And musically, I saw this is going to kind of harken back to early Queensryche.
The new album?
Yeah, like from a musical.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, it's got some complex arrangements, which Queensryche was pretty into, during our writing. It's just very aggressive sound wise, and it's kind of stylistically, I would say, it's very Queensryche.
Do you ever write something like for this record and say, no, it's just not complex enough, or it's too simple?
No, I don't usually judge it like that. I kind of fit. Well, how does it fit within the framework of the album? Does it fit the story? Does it set the mood? Does it paint a picture? That's kind of where I'm looking.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, a couple more things here for you, and we'll cut you loose. And I appreciate your time once again. May, September, right here in Detroit Rock City for St. Andrews Hall. Kurt Diemer is a friend of mine. I don't know if we're really allowed to talk about this, but you just did something with him. Can you mention anything about that? I mean, without giving too much away.
Oh, I don't actually know how and much as.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what he is. What he's done. How we did a cover of Silent Lucidity together. That's all I know, and that turned out great, and it was great to work with Kurt. He's a talented guy.
Yeah, I heard that, and man, it is great. I mean, the original song is that's one of those songs. I've talked about this on the radio. It's like Nothing Else Matters, like Silent Lucidity. Those songs, they just get better with age.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a real good thing, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Geoff, looking forward to seeing you here in Detroit. Have a great birthday in Rio de Janeiro. Think about us guys here in Detroit in the muck and the mire and the snow as you celebrate in the sunshine.
I'm going to show you my tan when I get to Detroit.
I'm sure you'll have one, and we won't for sure. But hey, thanks, man. Good luck with Operation Mindcrime 3. We'll see you here in the Motor City in a few months.
Meltdown. Thanks for the time on your show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Now to Dan and Tony as they're opening up Rock Brews in downtown Royal Oak. This all started when Dan took a trip with his family. We'll talk about that, talk about FaceTiming Paul Stanley, what Tony, or I should say who Tony dressed up as for Halloween, and where you can contact the guys to get a job as a roadie, quote unquote, at Rock Brews. You can check this interview out at WRIF.com as well for more information. It's Tony and Dan from Rock Brews up next on Talkin Rock. Dan, we were just talking about this off the air, so tell us some of the other places that you guys own in Royal Oak as well.
Yeah, we own Fifth Avenue. We've had that for 15 years, and we also have 526 Main, which is a dueling piano bar, and Tequila Blue, which is at 6th in Maine, and we've had that since 2018. So this will be our third venture. We're very, very excited. We think it's a absolutely outstanding concept that it's going to fit Royal Oak like a glove.
Yeah, and Tony, when did this concept come about? How long ago?
Danny and I, with Danny's family, discovered it in Orlando, Florida. I don't know, maybe last year. There's a Rock and Brews, very cool. We felt like this feels so Royal Oak, and we said, we're going to pursue this, and we did. We met the guys. We met Paul Stanley on FaceTime, and that kind of that sealed it for us. We've been working on this design for this building, where we have a design call every week. This design and decor and art package is going to blow people away. Okay, so
Tony, since you brought it up, what were your thoughts about FaceTiming with a rock legend?
Immediately, you can, and maybe he would say the same thing about us. I don't know, but immediately you felt the aura of just rock and roll royalty. And he said to us, "Nice to meet you guys. We're looking forward to coming to Royal Oak." It was just very cool.
And Dan, you were on that call as well?
I was, and he couldn't have been nicer. He was just a great guy, very excited. And of course, they have such a connection to Detroit. So they're really, really pumped about coming into the market. They're really looking forward to it. It's just such a good fit.
And did he have his makeup on?
He actually did not. He did not have the makeup on.
Did you guys have makeup on?
Well, I have to tell him, Danny, I don't know how I could send you a picture, actually, if you'd like. If you were at Fifth Avenue or Tequila Blue this past Halloween, I donned the Kiss makeup and stood in front of the building and said, "We're ready."
He was in full Gene Simmons garb. It was a pretty good costume. I was impressed.
Now, wait a second. Was this like a hint as to what was coming, or was this already? Yeah. Okay.
It was a prelude. Yes, for sure.
A little bit of a hint. Now, how many times have you guys both seen Kiss? Dan, I'll start with you. How many times have you seen them live?
I saw him once at Pine Knob. I'm a little younger, not as young as I'd like to be, but and they were, they're rock legends. It was an unbelievable performance. They crushed it. It was awesome.
And what about you, Tony?
I was with Danny, and we had a lot of fun. I wish I was at that Tiger Stadium. We have this cool poster of them at Tiger Stadium. I wasn't there. But their songs are amazing. I just, that's all I sing in the car now. His songs.
All right. Well, remind me not to drive anywhere with you, with you singing especially. But no, that Kiss show, that was when I first got to Detroit, 1995. That was the first major event I went to. And that's coming up on 30 years, I think. I want to say June 25th or June 26th. You guys should do something special around that day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, so I got a lot of ideas. So you could have hired me to do your decor and everything.
Right.
But you
Who
guys,
needs Drew? We got you, right, Meltdown?
that's right. I don't even know who this Drew guy is. Who is that guy? No, it's cool that you're working with Drew. He's a great guy. Dan, so you went down to Rock Brews in Florida, you said. Now, did you go down there to go there, or did you just happen to kind of stumble across it? Tell me about that.
We were on a family trip, Disney World, and kind of stumbled across it. And when we purchased the building, we were looking for a concept, and it just kind of all fell into place.
It is kind of wild that here in Detroit Rock City, there's really not something devoted to Kiss like that, or to rock and roll in general. So this is going to be really cool. So Tony, he tells you about this, and how long does it take to really get the wheels turning in this whole thing to come to fruition?
We met the franchisee in Florida. This is a franchise, obviously, and they were very nice and connected us to the franchisor. And we met the CEO. They invited us out to. They're so nice. They invited us out to LA and hosted us for the Lions-Rams game, and just embarrassed us, in front of all the Rams fans. But yeah, it was. They've been great. They were very excited to meet us, and I think they probably looked at who we are in Royal Oak and what Royal Oak's all about. And this is the first time they have done a second generation. They've all their prior stores have been ground up. So they flew out here. They looked at the store, at the building, and they said after we walked through, they said we loved it. And to be honest, we weren't sure we were going to go forward because we've never done this before. But they love the building. They said it's going to be a great fit. The rock and roll themed restaurant on the main floor, live music on the second floor, and just this design of the rooftop is going to be. It's really going to be a flagship. This Rock Brews is going to be a flagship for downtown Royal Oak, and I think the whole Metro Detroit area. Now,
Dan, is this just pretty much just Kiss stuff, or is it just like rock and roll in general?
Rock and roll in general. It's all rock. Obviously, there is a Kiss component to it because Paul and Gene, are part of the founders, but it's all rock. So you'll have Beatles, you'll have Nirvana, you'll have Guns N' Roses, Chili Peppers, and there will be a focus on Detroit music. People that are from the area that are, very much into the rock history of rock and roll. And so we're really looking forward to people coming to the venue, seeing all these different artists, especially the Detroit artists. And it's almost like a rock and roll museum with some of these pieces and what we're going to have in store for everyone. It's very cool stuff.
And Dan, you're talking about pieces. Does Kiss, do they have like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has extra stuff they kind of switch around in stores? You're going to have something like that?
Yeah, it's going to be more like artwork or posters of concerts, not so much memorabilia. So it's not like a hard rock kind of vibe. It's more art, and we'll have concerts going on the TVs when sports aren't on, of like a Beatles concert from the 70s or a Guns N' Roses concert. So it'll be all music all the time. Like, just to give an example of one of the art pieces, we're going to have a 27 section, and what that is going to be are going to be murals of artists that sadly lost their lives at the age of 27. So it'll be Hendrix, it'll be Cobain, who else?
Amy Winehouse.
Winehouse, exactly right. So that'll be
Jim Morrison.
So Morrison, things like that. Just really cool things that people that just love rock and roll will really appreciate.
Now, of course, you guys are starting this up, but do you guys have Tony, do you have an opening date yet, or is that kind of still in flux?
We're the first week of March. We don't have a date. Hopefully the first or second week of March, and it looks like we're going to be good. We're pushing hard, and the franchisor is pushing us hard, and we're not doing a lot of construction. It's art and decor, and it's just going to come together and be very exciting for everybody in the area.
And of course, Tony, you're looking for employees, or I guess as they call them, roadies. So how can people get a hold of you if they want to work at Rock Brews?
Yeah, we can't do much with this beautiful space without people to bring it alive. So all this week and next week, Monday through Saturday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. They can go to 208 West 5th Avenue in Royal Oak, go to the location, or they can go to Royal Oak at rockandbrews.com. Royal Oak at rockandbrews.com and communicate with us there. But we're looking for some new rock and roll stars in the area to join us in this very cool endeavor.
Now, are you actually in Rock and Brews right now, Tony?
I'm at 5th Avenue right now.
That's what I thought. Okay. You said here. I didn't know if you were like actually in there. So, I'm looking at Rock and Brews. Okay, gotcha. Well, my birthday is on March 10th, so you can open it up on my birthday, and that'd be great. And then
can we have the first major event be your birthday at Rock and Brews?
See, there you go. Perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself. Make sure that Drew signs off on it.
We can have Drew jump out of a cake or something.
Okay, that's enough of this conversation. But no, seriously, Dan and Tony, thank you guys so much for talking to us about this. This is really cool. And I saw this pop up on my feed a couple weeks ago. I'm like, well, why hasn't somebody done this before?
Yeah, and a few comments that we've heard were about that. Like, why hasn't this happened because of KISS in Detroit Rock City? I guess we're glad it hasn't. I guess we're meant to be. It's destiny, and we love Royal Oak. We love Metro Detroit, and so we're going to spread that love into the rock and roll world.
And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but John Five, who's now the guitar player for Motley Crue, is from Grosse Pointe, and he actually has a KISS museum. He's collected so much stuff. He's got a KISS museum. And I know you said you weren't doing memorabilia and that kind of thing, but John is one of the biggest KISS fans in all of the Metro Detroit area.
We have to meet him. Yeah, we have to meet him.
Yeah. Well, good luck with everything, guys. We'll post this. We'll give you guys a good shout, and we'll see you guys in March.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna send Jason that picture of me on Halloween because it's worthwhile. You have to see it.
Yeah, send it so I can post it with the story.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Opening up early March, like you said, that looks like that could be a good time. Rock and Brews and downtown Royal Oak. Looking forward to checking it out myself. Got to thank Dan and Tony for taking the time to talk with us about that, and also Geoff Tate from Queensryche, formerly from Queensryche, as he'll be coming through the Motor City on May the 9th, playing St. Andrews Hall. You can check out dates wherever you might be listening to this on his website. He's always posting stuff on socials, or his team does, or whatever the case is. But, man, I'll tell you what a talent Geoff Tate is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast.
Thank you for listening to Talkin Rock with Meltdown. You can help this podcast grow by giving it a 5-star rating and writing a review on Apple and iTunes. Plus, feel free to subscribe and share it with your friends. Until next time, thanks for listening to Talkin Rock.
Brought to you by the Capital One Savor Card. With Savor, you earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. That's unlimited cash back on ordering takeout from home, or unlimited cash back on tickets to concerts and games. So grab a bite, grab a seat, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Savor Card. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.